What is going on, everybody? It is PackerFan1287 here, back with another episode of Update Mondays, the fourth one we've done so far, and I am so excited to keep doing this series. So if y'all keep liking, commenting, and subscribing, I will continue to do this. So let's jump right in, and welcome to Update Mondays. So the first things I want to get into, as you all know, the NFL 2020 draft just ended on Sunday afternoon, and Green Bay picked up almost 13 players off of the draft, and we're going to get into some detail about that. We're not going to go into detail about the whole entire NFL draft. I will save that for another video coming up this week, and right now we're just going to go and get into the Packers picks, and we'll see who all they chose, and we'll talk about what rounds they got them in, and what this means for the Green Bay Packers. So let's get right into this. So starting off with the first round of the draft, we have quarterback Jordan Love. Now, I want to go ahead and just say a couple things about this. Does this mean, is this the end, or is it coming towards the end of Aaron Rodgers' time? Because if you don't recall the 2005 NFL draft, we had this exact issue with Brett Favre, and 2 years later, Favre retired, and Aaron Rodgers became the starter for the Packers. And not to mention, Jordan Love in the Combine this year looked pretty good, and he comes from a good college. He comes from Utah State. And my only thing I have about this, and this is what I don't understand, they were looking for tight end, receiver, and lineman, but they want to take a quarterback off of the draft as their first round choice. So maybe number 12 needs a decent backup. I hope that's the case, because Aaron Rodgers is amazing, and we had a tremendous season last year, and hopefully we'll have another tremendous season this year. Hopefully we'll do better. And so yeah. Moving on with the second pick, I'm going to just go ahead and read these off. So in the second round of the draft, we picked A.J. Dillon. And, yeah. So this was an interesting one. He is a running back from Boston College. And, obviously, we all know we have Jamal Williams. We have Aaron Jones as our two starting running backs. I mean, obviously, Jamal Williams got injured at the beginning of the season in Week 4 against Philadelphia at home, and that was an interesting game. We lost, but Aaron Rodgers was on a roll that night. That just means, I mean, and Aaron Jones had a tremendous season. He had like 2 games, and he had 4 rushing touchdowns, which is amazing for running back. And over I think I had over like 2,500 yards of rushing this season, which was tremendous. So I don't know what the move of getting a running back means for the Packers, but we'll see what happens. In the third round, we had another pick, and that was tight end Josiah DeGuara. I don't know how to not pronounce that. Tight end out of Cincinnati. Obviously, Jimmy Graham has left. This is a big surprise to me that Jimmy Graham has left the Green Bay Packers. So Mercedes Lewis, I think they said, will be the starter this year, and Jimmy Graham is looking at the Bears potentially as his new home. Same division, so we'll play him twice. And then in the fourth round, Green Bay selected Kamal Martin, a linebacker out of Minnesota. Obviously not surprising, we need more linebackers in that front four. But I will say this about our linebackers. Preston, Zadarius Smith, and Kenny Clark, and Dean Lowry. Our front four did amazing this year. Our defense was tremendous in the beginning of the season, and it continued up and over, and throughout the season. We did a really good job. Here's the surprising part. So in round 4, we picked up 3 picks out of round 4. We had number 13 overall in the 4th round, and that was John Runyon, a guard out of Michigan. And that was a trade deal from the Raiders to us, and we got him instead of Las Vegas. Obviously, like I said, we need more linemen on our team, and obviously and a guard, and we got that. Another thing that surprised me was that we also got the 29th and the 30th overall picks of the 4th round here. And we selected Jake Hansen, a center out of Oregon. Now here's my thing. Is Corey Linsley done with the Packers? Because I know his contract, I do believe, ends this season. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. But I do believe Corey Linsley's contract does end pretty soon, so we will need a new center after this season. The very next pick in the 4th round of the draft, we selected Simon Stepaniak. See, I don't even know how to pronounce some of these last names. A guard out of Indiana. Obviously, like I said, we need more people on offense, on the offensive line, so we got that. In the 5th round, we selected Vernon Scott, a defensive back from Texas Christian. Trade deal from Buffalo to Cleveland to Green Bay, and obviously more people to help on that defense that was so stellar last season. We had a lot of turnovers, interceptions, and sacks as a team. I think it was like 11th or 10th in defense overall in the league, so that's not too shabby. We did not get a pick in the 7th round, but our 6th round pick ended up being an edge, Jonathan Garvin from Miami, and that was a trade deal from Baltimore. And so we got an edge rusher to help out with defense. So we've got some really good picks this year, and pretty excited to see what happens. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I have on the draft. Stay tuned this week. I will try to get a video uploaded if I can. I work every day this week, so I will try my best to get a video up about the NFL draft this week, so stay tuned, and yeah. So now that we've pretty much discussed a couple of... Yes, that is my notification alarm. So now that we've kind of discussed all of the picks, we're going to go ahead and just scroll through here so you can kind of see and get an idea of who all the Packers selected in the NFL draft. And I do believe it was 11 overall, but I don't really remember. So, like I said, some of these last names I could not pronounce. But you're pretty much seeing the small little band of new Packers that we have on our team. And, yeah. So, yeah. So, switching over to Railroad News. Obviously, still haven't heard anything back from the big boy. I'm still checking almost every day to double check with UP Steam to find out the schedule, but obviously this coronavirus has slowed down everything about that. Another thing we have coming up, obviously our trip in October. That is one thing I needed to tell you all about. We will no longer be going through Atlanta. I know I told you we were going through Atlanta on that trip report. That has been changed. Don't know yet. Delta screwed our layover times over, so that is going to be a mess now to deal with. Most likely going to be Minneapolis is what I've been told. So most likely we'll be flying through Minneapolis on the way down to Texas in October. I hope y'all enjoyed the RailFan video I posted on Friday. That was a great day. Sorry about that one little mishap I had with the camera from an intermodal train. I forgot, and yes, the train almost blew my tripod over, and hopefully I can get a weight for that to be hooked on the bottom so it'll stop, getting the wind knocking it over, because here in Mountain Home the wind just never dies, and yeah. So anyways, I haven't heard anything special coming through. I did miss yesterday. I missed the Southern Pacific Heritage Unit rolling through here. It was a mid DPU on a on a 10,000 foot long manifest that rolled through here yesterday evening. I did miss that. That's the third Heritage unit I've missed. I've missed the MKT, I've missed the I've missed the Katy, and now I've missed the Southern Pacific. I will try my best to catch a Heritage unit if I can. Seeing a lot of LORAM equipment rolling through here, and a lot of high-rail trucks, so there must be some maintenance going around somewhere. I know out near King Hill they replaced over 400 ties out there going up towards Bliss, so that's a big thing that Union Pacific's been doing. Obviously, the rail grinder came through about a month or two ago. That video is on YouTube if you want to go check that out. Other than that, yeah, usually just business as normal. So, but other than that, we're just trying to. I'm trying to get out there as much as I can. Obviously, this week's probably won't happen at all because like I said, there is no way with my work schedule this week I'm going to be able to go out and film trains. So yeah, so that's pretty much it on train news. We're going to get into some other stuff and some news that I got that I'm going to update you on. So another thing is obviously coronavirus still out there, big mess. Good news is Governor Little of Idaho is finally starting to reopen some stuff. I know our churches are going to be opening back up, so I will be able to go back to church on Sunday. Yes! Haven't gone to church in 6 weeks, so this is a real big plus for me. And us as a corporation, McDonald's, we are finally opening up our lobby only for takeout, and that starts Monday. We're not going to be opening up dine-in seating just yet because we're not allowed to. But like I said, Governor Little is trying to open things up a little bit at a time, so we're going to get that done. And the only downside is have to wear a mask and have to get our temperatures taken every time we get to work, and that also starts Monday. So whoopee. Yeah, I'm not too excited about it, but you know what? It's all right because all this mess is soon gonna be over with, and we're gonna be back to normal, and I'm happy about that. Another thing, I never got to go to the funeral for Steve Cash. That plan kind of fell through because we had something more important to do last Thursday. And that was my grandma turned 87 last Thursday. So happy birthday to you. We had a nice little party over my uncle's house, and we had some dinner, some cake, and ice cream. Had a couple friends over, and it was nice. And not to mention, my birthday comes up in 2.5 weeks, May 15th. I'm going to be trying to get a special video planned out for that day. I'll be turning a big 19, so send your birthday wishes over YouTube. I also have my Facebook account, Instagram, and all that good stuff that I will post in the description, so make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Another thing is, it's been really difficult at work, especially because, you know, how business has been kind of off and on. The only thing I'm not excited about is getting flooded out, you know, once, we open up our doors again. So just keep that in mind, people. When the restaurants open up their doors, I say this wholeheartedly, do not overwhelm us as, restaurant workers, because we don't have the capability necessarily to handle large crowds, masses at a time. And it'd be nice to consider it, just to don't come right when we open up, because that really puts us in a bind, and that really slows us down, and we get sidetracked from a lot of stuff. Because I know when we had our construction at McDonald's back in October, we got hit hard. Once we opened up our lobby doors, the lobby was flooded, and we had a line out the door. Not fun, people. So just keep that in mind, because I know this is a big thing, and this is a longer period of time that our lobby's been closed. So just keep that in mind, and that's not for just our restaurants, for any restaurant throughout the U.S. and the world, practically. Just keep that in mind. But yeah. So another thing that I was going to tell you about is the weather. The weather here. Oh my gosh. We didn't even have spring. I'm just going to say that right now. Wednesday is supposed to get up to 88. That's right, 88. Temperatures we usually don't see till early June. Not this year. Idaho just has this bipolar disorder with the weather, and it is a big, big mess. Like, I can't even I can't even describe this past year's weather. Like, we had snow before Halloween. We had temperatures up near 50 near Christmas. We had a dry Christmas. It was getting up into the 60s back in February. It was just very wacky weather, and it was snowing in April. So yeah, the weather's just been like this, and that's expected for Idaho. Like right now, it's nice outside. It's about 70, 71 degrees, and it's supposed to stay around that area. It's just this Wednesday, just out of the blue, just pop 88. You know, I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. Had a couple stray thunderstorms this morning when I was at work, but other than that, looks like it's clear outside now. And in fact, right now, I'm going to incorporate this in every Monday's video. We're going to go and do our Monday ritual of checking the mail with the dog. So let me put the camera on the monopod, and let me get my shoes on, and we will be going in just a second. Alright, let's get the dog. Let's get mail. Look at this. She's a horse. Come on. Let's go get mail. She can practically open this door by herself. Ah, see, it's a nice, beautiful day out here. Yeah, I like to cut through the yard because I hate having to deal with the trees and the sun. But it's nice out here right now. There's a lot of clouds out. What are you doing, Pupper? And the wind's out here, so I apologize if there's wind in the mic because, yeah, it's Mountain Home. It's like the little windy city. It's like a miniature version of Chicago. Okay, let's see what we got. Obviously, not going to show addresses because that is my business. But I'm going to see what we have here. Some junk. Okay. Monday bills as usual. There's my uncle's house, as y'all know, and there is his prized possession, his Mustang. Yep. Yeah, see, as most of y'all know, I don't know if I've told you guys, my uncle and aunt actually used to live down in Arlington, Texas, or in the DFW Metroplex. 2014, they moved up here, and surprisingly, they're only living a few houses down the street, and they didn't even need a moving truck because this house went up for sale. Lily! Crazy dog. So yeah, obviously we have, you know, some weather issues and almost tripped over the pot as always. Yeah. Okay. We'll lay down now. So yeah. See what Grammy's making for dinner. Oh. Raviolis, alright. Got us some good dinner coming. But, yeah. Yeah, so pretty much, that'll pretty much wrap up this one. Like I said, I'll leave my Facebook and Instagram accounts in the description below. So just follow me, like and subscribe, continue to keep watching my videos. I appreciate the small group of people that have been watching my videos. And until next time, PackerFan1287 signing off, and have a good week.